Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started with pretty much my first official YT video that I'm gonna post. Right now, I'm just kind of looking through some talking points that I want to talk about obviously Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin podcast. I'm a Bitcoiner. If you didn't know, and if you don't know that this is a Bitcoiners podcast, welcome. And I look forward to educating you. So I posted a video before about just, me, myself, and why I invest in Bitcoin so heavily, why I believe in it, why me and my wife actually invest in Bitcoin together, and I kind of went over just like what we do for our our investment strategy, our DCA strategy, and everything like that. And this podcast is kind of gonna be a little repeat of that because this is like official. I had like everything set up, like my freaking laptop and mic and everything set up, and it's nice. It took me a while to get started. I'm gonna be honest. If you want to start doing podcasts, bro, not good luck, but you got this. I just would say that, give yourself some grace, be patient, give it some time, and you can make it work. So, without further ado, let's get started. For those of you that don't know, I'm Taekwon. Call me Tay, call me Quan. My family calls me Quan, and everybody else kind of calls me Tay or whatever, which is fine. I mean, I don't really care, man. I am a Bitcoiner, so my YouTube name appears Tay Sovereign. So please subscribe, watch my videos. I'm excited to get started. So I guess we can kind of start with what is Bitcoin and why is it important, right? For me, Bitcoin. Oh, I guess I'll kind of tell everybody my Bitcoin story, when I got orange pilled, right? So I follow this dude named Chris Johnson. Everybody probably, I mean not everybody, but most people who at least are watching me will probably know who Chris Johnson is. But he's a trader, investor, and I've followed him since I graduated out of high school in 2018, 2019 or whatever, right? I mean, I'm 26 now, so. But yeah, that kind of shows you how long I've been following him, right? So I followed him around that time, saw some Bitcoin stuff, and I really didn't understand what Bitcoin was. I just saw that it was something that people were talking about, and they were like, oh, it's going up in value, you should buy some. I'm looking at it as a trade basically, or an investment. And so, time goes by, I'm going to college, graduated, got my degree, and all that good stuff. And I'm still seeing this guy Chris Johnson's videos, and he's talking about it and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I see the whole Bitcoin thing. Still ignoring it though. I still don't understand what it is. But coming around actually last year, 2024, probably around maybe October-ish time frame, I want to say, maybe even before that a little bit. I'm in Chris Johnson's Wealth Squad group, and he posted this video. And it was about, it's by this guy named Michael Maloney. It's called The Hidden Secrets of Money, right? It's not a video, it's a YouTube series. So if you're interested in, understanding how the monetary system works, I highly recommend watching that video. It's really, really good. And it'll open your eyes up to, just a lot of things like central banking. He gives you an understanding of, like I said, so central banking, fractional reserve banking, just the history of money. That's actually how it starts off. He goes into detail about, how money was used, in the early ages, and how it's manipulated, how it's been manipulated, devalued, and how. Honestly, we are still doing a lot of those same things today, which I'll actually go into detail about maybe in another video, not this one. But yeah, so I watched that video, and it kind of just opened my eyes up to just oh shit, our government is fucking us. Maybe not our government. Well, I can't say they're not fucking us, but we're being manipulated, right? The populace is being manipulated. What do we do, right? And so, I'm looking at this video, and I'm realizing holy shit, this video was made 12, 13, 14 years ago. What the fuck? I'm too late. That's what was going through my mind, right? And so, And mind you, as I'm watching, I'm married, by the way. So like, as I'm watching the video, like my wife is like in bed with me, just like, you know, she's actually really annoyed because I'm like watching this whole series, and if you like went through the series, you know how long it is, right? So I'm so I'm like going day by day, just like watching the series, like holy shit, we are so fucked. And so I'm just like in my head, like, bro, like I wanted to have kids one day. I wanted to do this. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. We just bought this house. Like, what are we gonna do, right? And so, you know, then obviously, you know, he kind of, Michael Maloney, he does talk about Bitcoin a little bit. He goes into detail about it. But, you know, I kind of did the research, right? I did the knowledge myself. And so I started just like going crazy with like Bitcoin education. So I started looking into some books that Chris Johnson recommended. I started watching YouTubers. And like, I'm trying to remember some of the books I read. I've read, obviously, Jeff Booth's Price of Tomorrow. What else? I'm reading Lynn Allen's Broken Money. I've read The Bitcoin Standard by Safety and the Moose. So yeah, like you know, granted, I'm not like speeding through these books. Like it's taking me some time. I've started like last year till like now. So I mean, I'm probably up like 3 or 4 books right now. But yeah, man, it's an eye-opening journey. That's how I was orange pilled, basically. Watched that video, and then after that, it just like my whole perspective of everything changed. Like me and my wife, like I'll tell you the story of like how I got my wife into it, right? So like it probably took her like maybe like after I was orange pilled, it might have took her like 2 or 3 months after me, right? Because she didn't understand what Bitcoin was either, and you know. She was just like, okay, like I get it, babe, Bitcoin, right? And so one day I told her, I was like, babe, we should, like, I made her watch these videos, and she was getting so annoyed. And one day I told her, I said, babe, we should put all of our, like, our savings in Bitcoin, right? Because, you know, like I was showing her like how it grows and all this good stuff, right? Oh, this is how she got into Bitcoin. She watches this guy. His name is Rajat Soni. Actually, Rajat, if you ever watch this video, dude, you, Chris Johnson, a couple other people who I'll mention later on, but y'all orange pilled us or whatever, right? But yeah, watching Rajat, it was eye opening to her because he had made this this calculator, right? It's a compound interest calculator, or whatever. So it shows you how much, and I'll pull this up one of these days as well. It shows you pretty much how much you know, money that you invest per month, and in the later years what it will be. And so I showed my wife that, and I showed her a couple of videos about Rajat, and she was like, holy shit. And so, you know, then she started getting into like the whole fractional reserve banking and, you know, like the Fed and how they print money and the history of money and like everything like that. They go, you know, down the rabbit hole basically. So, you know, that's how we went down the rabbit hole and like where we are today. Today we pretty much DCA monthly. We put all of our savings in Bitcoin. And, you know, we pretty much try to figure out how to live as what's the word I'm looking for? I guess modestly as possible. You know, we don't. Our goal is to save, and for for my wife to have our kids one day, and for her to pretty much like not have to work. Like, bro, like, you know, not that she doesn't want, not that like if she doesn't want to work, like she doesn't. It's just like I don't want my wife to be able to have that option, you know, and for me to be able to provide. Like that's something that we personally are like want as a goal for us, right? And sorry guys, my dog is like right here. Like, say hello. Hi. Okay, get down. So yeah, yeah. I mean that's my Bitcoin story, and it's a good one. I'm excited to share my journey with YouTube and see where it goes. Yeah, like I think the next video I'll be maybe taking like some recommendations from anybody if you know if you got anything that you think that I should talk about. But if not, I'm just going to start with my next video. If I don't get any recommendations, it's probably just going to be about what Bitcoin is and why people should invest in it. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to start at. But I'm going to look at this video, watch it real quick, make sure it's decent, and then I'll post it for those of you who are interested in following my Bitcoin journey.